put late hours, your balance in the bank will always be good. But if you start skimming on it, and you sleep only 6 hours, at the end of 5 days, you owe yourself 10 hours. You're in the red for 10 hours. So you say, well, I'm going to pay back a little bit. I'm going to sleep 10 hours instead of 8. But now you've recovered only 4 out of those 10. So you're still 6 hours overdrafted, and this is week after week after week. And you will never pay that debt. You're going to have to declare bankruptcy because you are failing.
Oh, my goodness. That's a clip from Sleepless in America, filmed in partnership with National Geographic Channel, the Public Good Projects, and the National Institutes of Health. With us now, the executive producer and director of the documentary, John Hoffman.
Great to have you on.
And this is for us because we have such bizarre sleep schedules. We are bankrupt around here. A lot of people in the control room, bankrupt, as you say. You said off camera, though, like the system always wins. You can't beat. No. You can't beat the system. You get 7 hours to 8 hours of sleep every night, or you lose in the long run.
Well, pick your fear. What do you fear most in life? Is it cancer? Is it heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, depression? Inadequate sleep is a risk factor, a significant risk factor for all those things and more. There's not a system in the body that inadequate sleep is not a risk factor for.
And what is the minimum that we have to sleep every night?
You know, everybody, as a species, we need at least 7 hours of sleep. You get below 7 hours of sleep and the problems accumulate. So 30% of Americans are getting less than 6 hours of sleep a night. So for them, this is a significant health risk.
Does America have a more of a problem with sleeping than, say, Europe?
The whole world. I mean, we're all connected. And this is really one of the greatest contributors to all this sleep loss.
What about shift workers and people who work, we were talking about the circadian, against the normal sleep hours. Is the sleep they're getting even useful?
Sleep is useful, no matter when you get it.
You know what I mean? There's deep sleep, there's sleep that you've forced upon yourself with drugs, and there is light sleep. I mean, if you are never actually getting REM sleep and sleeping at night.
Well, the people who are really at most risk for disturbed sleep, disrupted sleep, are people with sleep apnea. So they're waking up hundreds of times a night because they're gasping for breath. So they're never getting into deep sleep. But people who are shift workers who are getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep, they are getting into deep sleep. Okay. They're just not getting enough. We need to get 7 to 8 hours. That's 1/3 of our life. Right. So if you're getting it in shifts, if you're getting it in blocks, that's fine.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So NASA studies on naps are showing that naps are a great thing.
So if I can figure out, I cannot sleep when I know you can.
But it feels like
but you have pharmaceutical aids.
I don't like to nap.
No.
I don't nap.
Napping is good.
I need to.
Feels like 2 days.
Because I could put 2 in the bank, 2 hours in the bank.
You can.
I just got to
have the power nap.
So my understanding is that we couldn't make up the sleep debt. So you're saying we can? Or
well, you need to
to
accumulate those 7 or 8 hours a day. But if you are consistently getting those 6 hours of sleep, the damage is being done. You don't make up for it on the weekend.
I see. Oh, I see.
So, but you said there's an NASA study that shows the power of napping is pretty significant.
100% improvement in performance.
Ooh.
Really?
20-minute nap.
20, okay.
I'm telling you, power napping is the key to.
Power nap.
That's all you got to do. Just shut it down for a half an hour. Come on. You can do it.
Shut it down.
And the thing that no one can beat the system. I mean, in every study of diabetes, of heart disease, you just can't beat the system. So people who say that they're getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep and they're just fine, it's not true.
They're not just fine.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Wow.
I was saying when you said you have to get at least 7 hours of sleep, I said, oh boy, I'm going to have to start taking drugs to go to sleep at night. You said don't do it. What's the best way forward?
The drugs that are on the market. One of the Matt Walker from Berkeley is the way that he would put it is, are you unconscious or are you asleep? And there's a big difference. So do you want to be unconscious for 7, 8 hours or do you want to be asleep and get the restorative effect of those cycles of sleep? The drugs that we have on the market are not, We need improved
They
drugs.
scare me.
What about a little pre-nap
Ambien
cannabis?
scares me. All right. John
Okay,
Hoffman,
we'll
thank
stop there, John Hayek.
You
very
can
much.
catch
I don't
the
see the
full
problem with that.
documentary, Sleepless in
problem with that.
America, starting
I don't
today
see the problem with that.
at natgeotv.com. This is fascinating.
We're
Thank you so
going to
much.
be big
Thank you.
consumers
Still
of that.
ahead. Yeah, no, it's incredible. Still ahead in America.